Lingo. We're your hosts, Tim
and LJ. Today and every week we will be discussing musicals, but specifically what they taught us.
Q, confetti cannons, and what else do we have for fireworks?
Fireworks, stage lights, we're lit.
I'm always lit hot. Hotly lit. I think it's what you're looking for.
EP, you let us down. You should have had like balloons falling from the
We should
ceiling.
have
There's two balloons in here.
And he just called us a blue.
You are so rude.
We should have had banners.
I know.
We should have actually had a live audience. Why did we not have a live audience for this very special episode?
We can still go live if you want.
No. I don't look great today, to be honest. Like, do I look tired?
You actually don't. Do you know what I mean? You
tired.
don't look tired.
Okay.
I know everything that you're dealing with.
You're always radiant. You don't need your warm light. You don't need to be lit warmly. Why are we so excited today?
It's our 100th episode!
Honest, when you came to me all those years ago, how many years is it? 2? 2 years ago, to say, I've had this idea for a podcast. Did you ever think we'd reach 100 episodes?
I love that we are on 100 episodes, but that's also mental, isn't it?
100 episodes is still talking nonsense.
No, we're talking musicals, but 100 episodes, people are still listening. Do you know what I mean? It's
I know.
not just you and me.
I think people would have found us out by now, but they haven't. Like they're still
No.
committed to the cause.
I know. It is awesome.
It has been very exciting.
But maybe you put that idea in my head. Maybe we should do a live episode in the summer when we've got a wee bit more free time.
Would you think people would come?
Yeah,
I mean, live
100%.
episode, like live audience.
Right,
Audience,
okay,
like we
okay.
sit on stage in comfy chairs. I think we'd have to have a wee glass of vino, like if we're gonna,
yeah.
and like have an audience. Sorry, maybe live episode was not the right.
Okay.
Like what do you call that?
Yeah,
like
well, that's like a live recording.
live recording.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll work
That's
towards
what I was
that.
thinking.
We'll work towards that.
Dream big. I mean, if you've got to 100, we need to up the ante.
So maybe we should like set a goal. So we're nearly at 12,000 downloads. So maybe when we get to 15,000 downloads.
That's not very far off. We'll get that. No bother.
We'll yeah.
Tell your friends. Spread the, and if you haven't been spreading the word, what have you been doing for the last 2 years? You've had 100 episodes to get on it. Oh no, it's very exciting, I have to say. I know.
And we still love it, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
This
course
is
I
where
do.
somebody says, and I buy out.
I'm dragged along, kicking and screaming every week. No, it's still my therapy. I keep telling you this.
Love it.
100 episodes. This is insane.
Okay, 100 episodes, and what's been your favourite that we have revised? Well, spoke about it revised.
What's the favourite musical?
No, what's
That
the
we
one
picked,
that
our
you've
episode?
episode. Not necessarily episode, but which
Oh.
one have you actually gone? I really loved that the musical. The podcast reminded me of that musical, or
I do this.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do this all the time. Like we have covered so many musicals in the last 2 years that often there comes a musical that we just throw out there and we go, yeah, we'll do that next.
yeah.
And it's been a long time since I've
Yeah,
listened to
true.
it or seen it, and then I go, I'm so glad we agreed to do this musical next because and actually there's one that's coming up in episodes to come, and I'm like, I honestly don't think I've listened to this musical in like 15 years.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing. It's very difficult
It's a difficult
to
question.
pick one. I still, some of my fondest episodes have been some of the earliest episodes, to be honest with you. I think we were super excited and we were doing ones that were really, really close to us.
Yeah.
Because then I suppose at the end of the day, we didn't know if we'd be around for
Yeah,
long.
true.
Do you know what I mean? So we were getting all of those ones that
Yeah.
are very, very dear to us out in the early days. And I suppose when you've got all those really personal memories or memories that are really close to you, they do live on in your. So I still love like the Joseph episode and the Godspell episode. I mean, Oklahoma is a personal highlight to me. I know not so much you.
No. Okay, no, I agree. But I also love sort of listening to, sometimes if I put it on shuffle and then we'd maybe listen to an older pod and and then in year one, how we were really on our best behaviour in those very first ones, and then people were going, "That's not the real you," even though it was the real us. We just didn't know how much of us we wanted to give, and now
we're so much rougher around the edges, aren't we? Like sometimes a bit too rough. We need to be more finely tuned.
Tighten it up a wee bit.
Tighten it up, yeah.
But do you know what? That's what people really do love about the pod, is us. So.
And I still love our interviews. I think that's really special when we invite other people on to share with us. So hopefully we've got a few more of those in the pipeline as well.
A few people hopefully as well who maybe aren't always front.
Yeah.
Like on stage, maybe like behind the scenes in some ways.
And a big massive congratulations to Francis Foreman, who was on the pod. He is happily married. Happily married man now.
Lovely.
Yeah. Okay, and I love the new musicals that have come to us as part of the pod, you know, the likes of Ruthless.
Yeah.
And
Millennials.
Yeah, I know. It's just so great. And hopefully there's exciting news there too in the pipeline as well. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I was just going to let you answer that question.
Oh, great. Thanks for that. Putting me on the spot much.
Well, for our 100th episode, have you got some exciting theatre news for us?
I do, yeah. Well, it's exciting and not exciting, I suppose, in a way. Matilda, first of all, the fact that Matilda the Musicals has a UK and Ireland tour planned, that went by the by for me. I didn't realise that. But they have just actually added more dates and more venues and a Christmas season. But don't get too excited because it's still not coming to Northern Ireland or Dublin.
But how can it say UK and Ireland tour?
Well, I don't know. Hopefully there's more to come. But it is starting in the Leicester Curve on the 6th of October this year. And it's returning, I think this is quite cute and special, it's returning to Roald Dahl's birthplace of Cardiff.
Oh, nice.
And that's where it's going to spend its Christmas season. It's going to be there from the 9th of December to the 17th of January.
Cute.
Yeah, but it's not coming anywhere near us at the moment.
Maybe.
Also,
what?
You know I'm a big Steps fan.
Yes.
So lovely Faye Tozer from Steps is going to be appearing as Miss Kitty Leroy in the world premiere of the brand new and hotly anticipated theatrical production of Diamonds and Dust.
Yeah, I don't know much about this.
I don't really know much about it either. It's going to begin performances in London's newest West End venue.
What is that?
The Emerald Theatre.
Oh.
Now, as far as I'm aware, I think it's the theatre that is being built around like Tottenham Court Road, that kind of area. There was new theatres being built around there. Now I think that's where it is. If it's not there, I am so sorry that I have misled you all. Okay. But yeah, so it's gonna be in the Emerald Theatre on the 6th of June, and the cast appearing also includes Dita Von Teese, which I think is quite cool. Now I have a synopsis somewhere of what Diamonds and Dust is actually about. Where is it?
I think.
Do you have it? Do you know?
No, but
I've never heard of it before.
Is it just coming to town, or is it touring as well, or is Dita Von Teese's thing touring? Is that what I'm getting confused of? Because there was stuff was released there.
As far as I'm aware, I'm not aware of it touring, but step into the hazy saloon and let the 52 card deck decide your fate. This is the untold story of Miss Kitty Leroy, the Wild West's most notorious card dealer, making her way in a man's world whilst trying her hand at taming Lady Luck for herself, perhaps in vain.
See, that sounds like right up my street.
Bit of you, doesn't it? So there you go.
I'm gonna have to research that more. Gonna have to
look into that bad boy. Yeah. So that is exciting, especially for lovely Faye Tozer, who is just wonderful. I adore her. And Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Is to return to Broadway
for the
third time. So it's quite ironic, isn't it? Really, that we will be saying its name 3 times.
I know.
Beetlejuice.
So it's currently on tour in the US at the moment, and then it will make like a pit stop in Broadway for, is it like 6 weeks or something?
Yeah. That's it. Beginning this autumn. Yeah.
You mean there's just something there that is definitely, and we spoke about it whenever we did do our little bit on Beetlejuice. That is a massive fan-driven show.
1000%. And an eagerly longed for West End transfer has yet to be materialised. But listen, we can live in hope, can't we?
I know.
Maybe if we just keep saying it.
Well, what keeps happening on this pod?
Listen, absolutely. So we have just done an episode on chess, haven't we?
We've just
and listen, folks, we've done it again. 100 episodes in, and we are still making magic.
And I'm pretty sure I did say there's talk about returning to Broadway in 2025.
You must have smelt it out, did you? Because Broadway news, Chess to Broadway will return in its first ever revival. Starring Aaron Tveit, fantastic casting, Leah Michelle, even better, and Nicholas Christopher. It's going to return to Broadway after 37 years, and it's opening on the 9th of October this year.
And I think it's the English version. Do you remember we spoke in our episode?
The two versions,
the American and
which
and
I
I'm
think
pretty
is
sure
agreed is the preferred, isn't it?
So I'm pretty sure it is that, and a few wee rewrites. So
there you go. I tell you what, it's all go in the world of musical theatre.
The Top Hat cast was announced as well.
That's right, yeah.
So
a lot of unknown names for me. I didn't recognise anybody, so that's exciting. New fresh blood. Loved it.
Well, what are we doing for our 100th episode?
Well, we've got to do a fan favourite, do we not?
Yeah.
One that's upbeat and like
bright and beautiful. Yeah.
And the message in it is beautiful too. Yeah. What are we doing?
Shrek.
We are doing Shrek the musical.
Love Shrek.
Not the most sophisticated of choices for our 100th episode, but hey.
Do you know what? I really enjoy Shrek. I think it is a great musical, great professional, and great Amdram and great junior. Do you know, like a really good actually?
1000%. It's actually what I've chosen to do next year in school.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Hopefully I've read the script and I'm going, why am I doing this?
No, that would be so fun.
But yeah, I think it'll be fun, and that's part of the reason why we chose it. Yeah. So music by Janine Tesori.
Yeah.
And book and lyrics by David Lindsay Aber. Now, fun fact.
Yeah.
Janine Tesori, the most prolific and honoured female theatrical composer in the history, with 5 Broadway musicals and 6 Tony nominations. Her work includes Fun Home, Carolina Change, Kimberly Akimbo, and of course Shrek.
Yeah, I know. And all of these, like, well, I kind of feel like Carolina Change, Fun Home, and Kimberly all have a similar thread to them. They're not the same at all, but there's that sort of real heart to it. And then Shrek does have a lot of heart too.
1000%.
So, but it's just a lot more upbeat and family friendly, I suppose.
Family friendly,
and David worked with Janine on Kimberly as well.
Yes, that's right. Yep, the two of them.
So it's based on the DreamWorks 2001 film with some Shrek 2 elements. So do you remember when Shrek the film came out?
I can't say I do, no. I've lost count of how many times I've watched the film, like.
Kind of remember the buzz around it because it was really like non-Disney.
Yeah,
and there was sort of like looking at the characters, but there was also taking the mick out of Disney as well. But it was definitely a TV show, a film that we watched a lot in our house, and then my kids love it. Like actually,
it kind of pushed the boundaries a bit more than Disney would do. Definitely. Yeah, and I didn't know that there is also like a fantasy comic picture book of Disney. Yeah, so it's so obviously you've got the animated film, but it's also roughly based on William Steig's fantasy comedy picture book Shrek, which was published in 1990.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't know there was any such thing.
Didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
Work began on Shrek back in 2002. So the film came out in 2001.
Yeah.
So then pretty much straight
Didn't hang
away
around.
they were like, we're going to do this. A reading then took place in 2007. And then they had their Seattle premiere in 2008, where there was many song changes,
Yeah.
a wee bit of script change, and all that jazz.
It's gone through quite a process, hasn't it?
Yeah.
From its various different versions or incarnations.
True. And then it went to Broadway on the 8th of November 2008. Now, I'm pretty sure from 2007, like Brian Darcy and Christopher Sieber were connected to it.
Yeah, so...
but then Sutton Foster came whenever it was Broadway.
No, oh, so she wasn't involved, because I have that she was involved with the previews in the Fifth Avenue Theatre in Seattle.
Sorry.
And then so her, Brian Darcy James, who played Shrek, and Chester Gregory II, he played the donkey. And most of them did transfer then to Broadway, apart from the donkey. And the cast was the same, apart from Daniel Breaker, who took over the role of Donkey, as the creative team thought that Chester Gregory II didn't quite fit the part of Donkey. Yeah. And then there was the Pro Shot, was released in 2013. That's right, yeah.
You know me, I do love a Pro Shot.
So do I.
And I do love
and
whenever...
I'm going to be glued to it, let me tell you, this next year.
But I think that was a really great decision by the producers too, because it lives really well on a Pro Shot. It's another good family musical to watch. So I'm really glad that they decided to do that, because it would have been a shame if there wasn't.
No, definitely. The Broadway production closed on January the 3rd, 2010, after 441 performances, and at the time it was one of the most expensive musicals to open on Broadway, at an estimated $25 million. And despite generally good reviews, it did fail to recoup its initial investments. So hence the show was extremely modified for the national tour that followed. Yeah, it was a very scaled down version. And also that was the same for the West End's 2011 version. It was a scaled down. It did win 12 Drama Desk Awards and had 8 Tony nominations. Yeah, that's it. Tony nominations, including Best Musical and Acting Awards for Brian Darcy James, Sutton Foster, and Chris Sieber, I think. Who was Lord Farquaad. I think it's great. I'm not too sure why it closed so quickly. Is it just because it was Shrek? I think because it was so expensive. Do you just think that? Yeah, I think it was so expensive, and they weren't recouping their investments, so they were like, "Tell you what, let's scale this down and send it out in national tour." Not has it stopped touring in America? Do you know what I mean? And certainly there's been a number of UK tours, and it's one of those shows. It's a bit like a Chicago and a Blood Brothers. It's just gonna keep touring every year or so. Do you know what I mean? Because young audiences, young families are going to come and see it time and time again. And I think because the story, obviously the film was 2001, but the story isn't dated. And it's got so much heart, as we said, and there's a real thing about working together and celebrating your quirks, and that's a lovely message. 1000%. The West End opened in Theatre Royal Drury Lane again. How many of these musicals are we doing that open there? With Nigel Lindsay as Shrek, Richard Blackwood, interesting casting at the time, as Donkey, Amanda Holden as Princess Fiona, and Nigel Harmon as Lord Farquaad. It was nominated for 4 Oliviers, including Best Musical, Best Actor for Lindsay, Best Supporting Actor for Harmon, and Best Costume Design. And Nigel Harmon did win for his role as Lord Farquaad, with critics praising his performance and branding him hysterically funny. So that's quite ironic that come the UK tour, he actually was the director. It's kind of cool.
I remember there being a big buzz around the casting and people being very impressed with his performance. He was on Strictly recently, wasn't
he was on Strictly, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Because I remember being like, oh yeah, that's right. I had forgotten that he was at, right, my kids laugh at me. There's about 5 things in the world that I say wrong.
Yeah.
And Lord
Farquaad.
Thank you is one of them. I can never say it. Just can't get it in my head.
So my plan for this 100th episode is to make you say it as many times as possible.
And they
How do you
just...
say it?
No, I just...
Go for it.
Get confused and say...
Oh, do it for our
Lord
fans.
Far Cry. I can never get...
Far Cry?
I just can never get his name.
Lord Farquaad. Cry. That's harder to say than Farquaad.
Farquaad. I just... never.
You are... This is why I love you. Do you know what I find very interesting?
What?
Obviously, when you think of Shrek, you think of, I'm a believer. But when it comes to the musical, I'm a Believer was originally just played as the audiences left the theatre.
Right. Yeah.
Until it was eventually added to the score on the 2nd of October 2009 and sung by the entire company at the end of the performance.
Yeah.
So I was like, what?
I know, it's crazy.
They didn't like put it in,
I know,
like right
didn't.
from the word go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny. So what about your musical? Well, I suppose should we say what it's about?
Do we need to? Who doesn't know about Shrek? It's about an ogre. Do you know what the problem is? I've agreed to do this, or not agreed, like somebody's forced me. It's my decision. I've decided to do this in school and I can't do a Scottish accent.
Well, you're not playing Shrek, are you?
No, but I also have to try and help. Either I find a child who has a perfect Scottish accent or is Scottish, or I'm going to have to try and coach a Scottish accent out of them. And if I can't do one, there's no hope.
But could it not just be good old Ulster Scots?
I don't know how we get away with that.
Could you not just get away with that?
I don't know.
Some words are similar.
That's relying on me being able to speak Ulster Scots as well.
Oh, it's, not hard.
Get out my swamp.
No, that's not bad.
That's one line.
And
I have to learn all of the songs and the rest of the lines. But yeah.
You'll be great. But yes, it's about an ogre. He ends up on a mission to save the princess who has a secret. Ooh, and there's fairy tale characters along the way.
Yeah, and I love like that mix of fairy tale characters, and they've all got their own wee character, own wee story going on.
Love
yeah.
It.
Shall we start at the beginning then? Story of my life, like that.
Oh, big, bright, beautiful.
Oh, did you learn something about the big, bright, beautiful world? It's a big, bright, beautiful world. You see, can't do Scottish.
Yeah, no, it was alright.
Bright, beautiful world.
It says just keep hawking. So the parents are sort of telling this 7-year-old ogre,
yeah.
Okay, that's you now. You gotta go out into the world.
You're stuffed. Everybody's gonna hate you.
And that just means like keep selling, but I think it's like keep selling the ogreness, like be mean and nasty and all of that. So that was my only thing from that. But yes, let's move on to
I love Story of
my life.
Because Shrek finishes the fact it's a big, bright, beautiful world and it's mine, and then he turns around and literally the whole population of fairy tale land is in his swamp.
Yeah.
Because they've all been evicted by Lord Farquaad off their land, and they decided to camp in his what's it called? Swamp. Yeah. So I love Story of My Life because they all like a lot of them go through their like wee stories of, so like the Ugly Duckling tells their story. Humpty Dumpty talks about how he fell off the wall. And then you've got the 3 Little Pigs, which for some random reason, but I love it, are German.
Because the story is German,
that's what I presumed it was, but I just love the wee accent. They sing, they blew our condos down. Can't do a German accent either, I'm stuffed. But condo, I thought, oh, that's interesting, short for condominium. Do you know what a condominium is?
Well, I just thought a condo was like a flat.
Well, it is a type of housing, obviously, like, I'm not stupid, I kind of got that too. But I was like, what exactly is a condo? Like,
Okay.
what type of housing is it? So it's a type of housing where individual units within a building or a complex are owned by residents. I think I live in like a condo.
I think you do too.
So in a condo, you own the specific unit, but like common areas and amenities are typically shared among all owners.
Yes. Yeah, it's like what we
So
would
it's
call
kind
a
of like
flat,
where
yeah.
I am. So like flat, yeah. So I'm in
Yeah.
like one of 4 flats.
Yeah.
But like we've got like a communal
Yes.
like hallway and all the rest of it. So I'm in a condo.
Oh, there you. Love it.
Nobody blew my condo down though, so it's fine.
You're all right. You're all right. Story of my life. I love the Pinocchio character, and his be like squeaky weird voice.
Yeah. What is it he says about pawn sap?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, he's got a brilliant line where he goes, "Something sucks pawn sap." It'll come to me. It's brilliant.
They mention
I'm not a puppet, I'm a real boy.
Yeah, love it. So there's lots of musical references.
Yes.
Where they go, Mama's in the mud, Mama's in distress.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Gypsy. Then I'm pretty sure Pinocchio says it's worse than Dutch elm disease.
I've got that one too.
Which is a fatal disease of elm trees caused by a fungus.
There you go.
Yeah. I did read it going, ooh, wonder how you catch that.
Spread by elm bark beetles.
Yeah, there we go.
And with Pinocchio being carved of wood, that's not a great thing.
No. No. There is a thing where it says porridge on our heads. So that could obviously be porridge about the 3 bears.
Yeah.
And Goldilocks. But it could also be the word porridge as in Pourage, which is the French word to mean poor.
And I would say it's both.
Yeah.
Because these lyricists are just very clever and they do this often.
Exactly.
I do love the musical references that they throw in throughout this show. Here, talking about Gypsy, it's obviously a play on Gypsy Rose's turn. And she sings, Mama's talking loud, Mama's doing fine, Mama's getting hot.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the videos of Audrey McDonald as Mama Rose in Broadway at the moment?
No.
Holy moly.
I have not, but I will.
Like, actually.
Amazing.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Amazing. What about, can you name all the musicals that they reference in Shrek?
So obviously Gypsy, there is a bit of a bit of Chorus Line.
Yes.
A bit of Defying Gravity.
Yes.
From Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, there's more, but I can't remember them off the top
There's
of my
Lion
head.
King as well.
Okay.
Les Mis in Freak.
Flagged, yeah.
Yeah, the little formation.
Yeah.
Rent. Did you pick up on that
No,
one?
didn't pick up on the Rent one.
So
I feel very guilty.
So
I should have.
the song that Donkey sings, "Don't Let Me Go."
Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
I think it's like 4 bars or something. I'm not very musical. But it is the same as "I'll Cover You."
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Well,
Once Upon a Mattress is also mentioned.
Okay.
Dream Girls, the
dragon.
The dragon. So I could not think. And then there's Evita as well. So
what's the Evita reference?
It's Lord Farquhar.
I love you. Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
Standing up, like he goes like up, on top, and he's like talking to.
Oh, it's like Evita on the
balcony.
Balcony. That's it.
And the Defying Gravity riff is in "What's Up, Duloc."
You'll never bring me down.
Yeah, and Dream Girls is in the Forever, which is sung by the dragon.
Very good. Can we talk about Don't Let Me Go?
Yeah, I love it.
Don't let me go. I love the donkey. I think I'd play the donkey if I had to have a choice of what character I'm playing in Shrek. He sings, obviously he's like glues himself to Shrek's hip and will not let it leave, even though Shrek's like, will you clear off, donkey?
Yep.
It Was that good?
That was very
That
good.
was really. I think I'm embarrassing myself here
Hey,
with
can you
the.
sort out the
No, it's
mind?
okay. It's my warm. The sun is shining in my face currently. I can't see a bloody thing, but I feel it's my warm lighting for our
That's it.
episode.
Hot lighting.
So anyway, if I could read my notes and tell you what I learnt about Don't Let Me Go. Yeah, so he sings about like we are so close. We are the closest as close can be.
Yeah.
And he comes up with all these like
things that go together.
yeah, things that go together like us.
Yeah.
You and me.
Oh, you're so cute.
I know. So he says like butter and grits.
I knew you were going to have that, and I was like, I'm so excited.
Because you will know all about
I
it,
know
and I
all
hadn't. I'm like, what on earth is butter and grits? So you'll keep me right,
Yeah.
but butter and grits are quintessentially southern.
Yeah.
Or like African American soul food dish. Grits is like a coarse, like grounded dry maize, also known as corn.
Yeah.
In butter.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. The only way I could probably describe it to you would be like watery, gloopy, and this is not. It's going to make it not sound nice, but it's delicious. Watery, gloopy porridge.
Really? Because
Yeah.
when I looked it up, it kind of looked almost hummusy in kind
No.
of like
No. It's more like a porridge thing. Oh my goodness, grits is beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah, it's so
Is
good.
it
But I love
sweet?
all that. No,
Savoury?
it's like savoury, but you could put like
Sweeten it
sugar
up.
on it and sweeten it up. Usually, sure, Americans are having like maple syrup or something.
And do
over it.
you just eat it with a spoon,
You
like
eat it
porridge?
with a spoon, like porridge, or it's usually like on the side with like biscuits, which it would be like
so
our
you dip
scones.
like a biscuit in. Oh.
Americans biscuits or scones.
Oh
or
my
our scones.
goodness. So they would spread it like butter.
No, it's pretty much porridge with like a bit of butter on top.
Okay.
It's so good. See, when we go to America for our 40th,
Right.
which
Alright,
you're not
go
going
on,
to.
yeah.
No, it's so good.
Okay,
It's
fair
so
enough.
good, but I love
He also then sings like kibble and bits,
it.
or kibbles and bits. Kibble is a general term for small dried pellets of processed food, especially commonly fed to like dogs and cats.
Yes.
So kibbles is made of a variety of ingredients, including meat, grains, vegetables, and legumes, which are
Yeah.
members of the pea family.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I won't be having that either. That's for sure. He references like strum and drang.
Yes, I got that.
So it is German for storm and drive.
Or storm and stress.
Okay. And in this pairing, as imagined by Donkey, Shrek is like the strum, the storm, due to his size and temper.
Yeah.
While Donkey is the drang or drive, there to support him as his right hand man.
Yeah, that's
Clever,
good.
like there's so many more. Like Eng, did you get any of these? Do you have
Eng
some?
and Chang.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Eng and Chang attached at the hip.
I mean, I actually loved this lyric because then it made me go and research
Yeah.
this, and I loved learning more. And in fact, I would really encourage everybody to go and learn more about. So Eng and Chang, but they were actually known more as Chang and Eng.
Okay.
Bunker, and they were Siamese American, and they were conjoined twin brothers whose fame propelled the expression Siamese twins.
Twins, yeah.
So they were two of the 19th century's most studied human beings, and they have a really fascinating life. They married sisters. They also did loads of that. They were terribly treated, and you know there was a lot of racist attacks and stuff. And they did a load of going to the police and getting laws put out.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I don't know, just go and read about them.
Okay.
Honestly, do. I think they had such a fantastic life, and they ended up dying because one had a blood clot, and then the other died of fright just seeing his brother dead.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
I didn't go as deep into my research, and I'm really glad I didn't. But this is the 100th episode.
I know.
Episode. Why would you share such
Oh
sad
no,
news?
but I mean,
That's
that
really
is,
sad.
It is sad. They had children, and
Yeah.
and they, obviously toured
That would have
around.
been a wee bit awkward, right?
I was trying to figure out how that
And
works.
they married sisters as well.
Yeah.
That makes it even more awkward,
Isn't
right?
it strange?
Well, now.
But yeah, there we go. They were lovely people.
One of the most interesting lyrics from that song, Don't Let Me Go, was like Pop Rocks and Mikey.
Oh my goodness, yeah, but there's one before it.
Okay.
Which is, 'cause you know what I like order.
Oh, for goodness
Cupid
sake.
and Psyche.
Yeah.
So this is a story from Lucius Aphilis. I don't know if I said that right, which is Metamorphosis. So Psyche and Cupid. Cupid falls in love.
Shoots the arrows.
Yeah, shoots the arrows. But Psyche becomes really jealous, and then they're said that Cupid and Psyche are they symbolize the union of rational soul with divine love. You know, people say, oh, it's like rational love or it's divine love. Yeah.
Very cute.
So that's more
Very
that's our
cute.
yes, Pop Rocks and Mikey.
Yeah, so Pop Rocks is candy, I presume, like popping candy.
Yeah, that's
right.
exactly what it
So
is.
this lyric was inspired by the urban myth. This is so ridiculous.
Isn't it mental?
Like, I was reading it going, this can't be true. Like,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous. So anyway, like Pop Rocks and Mikey is inspired by the urban myth that the actor who played Little Mikey, which was like an iconic life cereal commercials in the 70s and 80s, had died from consuming a lethal combination of Pop Rocks, popping candy, and soda, which allegedly caused his stomach to combust with excess CO2 gas due to carbonation in both products.
Yeah.
Total myth.
Yeah.
But like properly was out there. Like people like.
And it's still
It's
whenever
spread
you
like
research
wildfire.
it, it's like the actor that played Mikey is still alive as of January 2025.
Yes, he's still alive. I think he's like a journalist now or something like that. I also love, because I did go through back in the day, way back in the day, I went through a period of loving this show, Mythbusters.
Oh, I love
Did you?
Mythbusters.
Yeah. I bet you Aaron like Mythbusters. And you know this is serious when Mythbusters decides to take it and try and prove or disprove the myth. So they investigated this urban legend and they demonstrated that it's not actually dangerous to consume Pop Rocks and soda.
Yeah.
Due to declining sales fueled by the false allegations, however, of exploding stomachs, it's ridiculous.
I know.
Pop Rocks was discontinued in 1983. I've lost the power to speak. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was all propaganda and what they think was like obviously a sweet company that didn't make Pop Rocks, or as we would know it, Pop and Candy. And it was that it contained some terrible chemical that was then going to destroy all our children. A bit like the Sunny Delight, remember? I don't know if that ever was. Remember that the kids used to drink it and then they turned orange and then it was banned.
That's right, I did hear that. That's true. Yeah.
It was banned.
That's very true.
But imagine being like just this young actor who's chosen for this Quaker Oats ad, which was called Life of Cereal. And this ad ran for 12 years, which is one of the longest continuously running commercial campaigns. But imagine like just being plucked as a young child to appear in this cereal ad, and then years later people thinking that you died because you
had too much candy and Coke. Other sodas available.
That is actually hilarious.
Very funny. What's up, Duloc?
Yeah.
Have you got that next? I think that is what comes next.
That is what comes next.
Things.
The only thing was about the Defying Gravity riff.
In Duloc. Yeah. Well, he does sing. This is obviously Lord who? What's his name? I can't remember.
I need to think about it. Lord Farquaad.
Love that. Well done. Yeah. This is his first. It's actually what did we discover him for the first time in this number, or has he had his wee like Muffin Man scene?
Oh yes, we've had the Muffin Man scene. Yeah, this is his first song.
This is his first song, and his intro is really fabulous because they say, "And here's the man who made it happen, the towering colossus of Moxie."
Yes.
So Moxie, is a force of character or determination or nerve, which Lord
far crud.
Yeah, he has that in spades. Yeah. So they also sing embrace the cookie cutter in Julock.
Yeah.
If everyone in Julock is forced to emulate Farquaad's look, he doesn't need to worry about being different. Hence, cookie cutter approach or style is always used, and not enough attention is paid to individual differences. That's what cookie cutter means.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Hence, cookie cutters, like,
yeah,
they all
and
look
then
the
they
same.
all look the same.
So clever.
And Moxie as well. You know, not very many people use that. I don't know if we would use that expression very much, but it's definitely used in America.
Yeah.
And it was a Boy Meets World episode that taught me that.
Oh, very good. And then you've mentioned the references to other musicals, like
Gypsy, Dreamgirls.
Yeah. And at the end of this number is when the Defying Gravity riff comes in. Not Cynthia Erivo's new one, but the old Idina Menzel original. But there's also another reference to, it's not a musical, but you know the bum 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 that they do?
Yeah.
It is actually the motif from Close Encounter of the Third Kind.
Oh, there you go.
Cool, right?
Cool.
That's how they communicate with aliens.
Bum 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 bum. That's how they communicate with aliens. There we go.
Class.
Never watched it myself, would know that reference, but there you go.
That is me. That's all my musical lyrical goes. But
here's when I put my wee teacher hat on for a wee minute, if you don't mind, just indulging me.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get on to Stand O's very shortly, but one of my Stand O's is Freak Flag.
Yes.
Where all of the fairy tale characters come together and just celebrate themselves. And I love the lines. It says, let your freak flag fly. Sorry, let your freak flag wave, let your freak flag fly. Never take it down, never take it down. Raise it way up high. Let your freak flag fly. It is the reason why I chose to do this next in school, because this is so sad, but I just love choosing shows that have a real message for our kids to take away. So, like, you know, Mary Poppins, there's a song, anything can happen if you let it, you know, and even, you know, Mary Poppins and how she is and stuff like that. But this, like, message, and it's probably the main message of the show, isn't it? That, you know, you should be yourself. Don't let others shame you into being someone else. Let your flag fly proudly. Shrek the musical teaches us valuable lessons about acceptance, understanding others, and overcoming adversity. It encourages the viewers to look beyond appearances and appreciate unique qualities, or unique qualities, like I heard this week. I was like, that's so funny, we're all unique. You know, our unique qualities and individuals. It also highlights the importance of friendship, love, and finding your place in the world. What better messages to share amongst today's youth? Yeah,
I love it, and it is. And do you know what? I find it really powerful, that 100%. Song, and you're just like, and you almost want to go. I want to tell you my little quirks that I have. Do you know? It makes you want to share these little things. So
I wish I could remember Pinocchio's lines, because he has some of the best. But he's like, "I'm good. I would get used to it." I love it. I might just play Pinocchio.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe Pinocchio's more your.
No, or the Gingerbread Man.
You Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
Yeah, that's something. What is it, like Drury Lane?
Drury Lane, yeah, that's it. There we go.
He's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man. So standing ovations, yes, definitely.
Flag,
I also love I Got You Beat. I think it's a great duet.
Yeah, that's when they start farting and burping in each other's face.
And I think if you're playing that role, you can have a really great part. Like, really.
I got you. We should do that sometime.
Oh my goodness, karaoke next.
That would be hilarious. We'll use sound effects, thank you.
Okay. And I love, for the hilarity of it, Ballad of
The Ballad of Farquaad, yeah.
I love
it. It is very funny.
Oh my goodness, it's so
Daddy wants a minor. It's very
And you
good.
left me and he's now shacked up in 7 other or 6 other men.
It is very funny.
It's just, yeah.
I also love, for a similar reason, Make a Move. So that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
donkey singing to Shrek, like, go on, make a move. But I love it because of the three blind mice.
Oh,
They just
yeah.
make me laugh so much. Three blind mice.
Yeah.
Yep. So
It's
there we
really
go.
great.
It is a laugh a minute. Like,
Oh,
it is
it's
a
so
very,
good.
very funny
And if
show.
you haven't seen the pro shot, it's on, I think, well, it's on YouTube definitely. But
Was it on Netflix, I think?
it was on Netflix for a long,
Please
long,
tell me
long,
they
long,
haven't
long,
taken it
long
off.
time.
This is the one time I need to
It's
bloom
on
and watch
YouTube.
it.
The pro
Okay.
shot is definitely on
Oh, fair
YouTube
enough.
for free. But yeah,
See how we run.
love it.
I love
It's great.
it. Go on and make a move.
That'll be great.
It's like the music is
Costumes
brilliant.
and all are quite elaborate.
Oh,
Are
I'm
you?
so stuffed, aren't I?
You're
I
going
might
to be
need
at
your
your
help.
sewing machine?
I might be going, Lauren,
No
do
worries.
you have 3 little pigs
Yep.
in your wardrobe?
Probably.
He hopped and he popped and he blew my house down.
Love it. So good.
It's got it. Oh, you'll have to come and see it.
I will. I'm flying my freak flag.
Never take it down, never take it down. Raise it way up high.
Do you also think that some of the songs in Shrek could stand alone? Like, you don't necessarily they come from Shrek.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really good song. And then you go, oh, yeah, that's Shrek.
That lovely song that Shrek sings. That's who I
Oh,
be.
yeah, that is nice.
Yes, I'd be a hero.
And there's some moments in that part where we're introduced to Fiona, where it's a little girl, teenager. Like, I love that.
I
it's
know it's today.
I do really like that song, but I also like the little, like, was it 2 lines, which kind of sits completely apart from the song, where it's like, are you there, God? It's me, Fiona. Like, I love that wee, like, prayer.
Me, Fiona.
I also love how that stage, how, you know,
Yes.
you hear all 3 of them singing at the same
Oh,
time.
I'm breaking out in cold sweats here. Costume, staging, Scottish accent. What have I
I
done?
know, well, we better go so you can get
I
Paul
might go get planning, start practicing that accent. What am I gonna get out of my... Oh no, Scotland.
It's
Scotland.
a
Yeah.
space ghetto.
No, do you know my go-to to get into an accent?
What?
Or for the Scottish accent? No, don't you do that. Get out of my swamp.
Oh.
Don't
Still
you do
practice.
that. That's because I did NYMT
Uh-huh.
one year and I was sharing a room with a guy
Okay, he was Scottish.
from Scotland, Josh, and he, not to me because I never did anything to know him,
Yeah.
but he was always saying, nah, don't you do that. I can't do that.
But can he do that? Yeah.
Yeah. Iron Brew. I love Iron Brew. Have you ever had Iron Brew?
Yes, have I ever had Iron Brew?
It's
Yes.
delicious, isn't
Yes.
it? Okay.
That was good. I
Thanks.
enjoyed that. Thank you for
Yeah.
that.
No bother.
Okay.
Pleasure. Anytime. Listen, same time next week.
Absolutely.
It won't be as special as this week though, because it's
No.
not the 100th.
No.
The 100th.
No. But it will still be fun because, yes.
It was.
Yeah.
Are we going to finish the episode the way we normally
Oh,
do?
yeah, I totally forgot.
Just in case, you know, we forgot.
Do you know what? Because I was
Here
in
she was.
charge
She was
there.
packing up ready to go home. She is home now, but
Okay, so I have a what would you rather?
what would Shrek do?
What would Shrek do? Love it. Okay. No, this is a juicy one.
I know. I can tell by the look in your face. There's a bit of mischief in there.
I think it's good. So would you rather be the lead in a Broadway musical, but you have no control over what it is or what your role is, and you have to perform it perfect every night?
Did you make this up?
Or would you rather be the director / creative vision behind a brand new musical that wins lots of Tonys, but you never get to perform in it?
That's an easy one for me. It's the second, directing, never performing, because my performing days are done. I can't cope with the anxiety of it all. Like the last time I performed, I played Cornelius in Hello Dolly, and I literally needed to near enough have a bucket at either side of the stage because I was just past myself with nerves. And I hated, like, let's be honest, apart from like one song, all of Cornelius's songs are like wee charactery ones, but there's like one romantic lead song, It Only Takes a Moment, And honest to goodness, I had, I think, maybe 10-15 minutes of a break before that number, and I paced up and down backstage, going through every single word of that song, because I just lived in fear that I would go out, all eyes would be on me singing this romantic lead song, which I'm not used to, like romantic ballads. Don't give me that. Give me a funny song in the day, and I could do it. But honest to God, I was past myself. So easy. I am more than happy to be behind the scenes now.
Love it. Love it.
What would you do?
Yeah, I would just want to be part of the production.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm performing or not. I just love being involved in it. So yeah, I think I would choose that too.
We'll be involved next week. Or no, the week that this comes out is our show week.
Yeah.
In Stage Go.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's very exciting.
Oh dear God, I need to go and lie down. That's all too much. That's just hit me. I'm going, oh no.
I'm thinking like, where are all the costumes? Have I packed them all? Like that's what I'm stressing about.
And you know what? There's too much going through my head.
Let's
hope we survive. We'll see if we're back next week.
We will be. We'll see you then.
Bye.